welcome back. Your dreams were your ticket out. Welcome back to that same old place that you laughed about. Well, the names have all changed since you hung around, but those dreams have remained and they've turned around. Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Who'd have thought they'd lead ya? Back here where we need ya. Back here where we need ya. Yeah, the tease him a lot, 'cause we got him on the spot. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back. Welcome back.
Welcome back. All right, give it a stretch. Oh, my back. Oh, my back is still messed up. Okay. All right. Welcome to untilit.works. Oh, the thing finished out uploading. Very nice. Did it? Yeah, it's done. Cool. Welcome to untilit.works, a thing I made mostly for myself to be able to work on projects that I've been meaning to work on, because I am the type of person, if I don't make time, I'll never find time. And by being setting time aside to be by the computer to do these live streams, I'm like, well, I might as well work on stuff I've been meaning to work on, right? So untilit.works consists of ciphers, and a cipher is a 3-hour block of time. Within each cipher, there are sessions. There's a work session and a break session. Work sessions are like heads down, working on what you're working on, trying to make some progress, just trying to, get something done. Break sessions are these, where I'll pop up around 15 minutes after the hour to remind you to take a break, get up, walk around, drink some water, or sit here and watch me talk about something you found interesting on the internet. The whole point is for you to not think about the thing that you're just focusing on. So, like I said, I'll pop up here. Now, if you ever come to the site in the middle of a break session, the video may look like it's frozen. And that's because browsers don't allow for autoplay video with audio. That's why I have the notice there below the video saying you may need to click play to start the stream. Next to that is a button. If you click that open, close caption button, a space will open it up. And I'm using the speech recognition API that's built into Chrome browsers to turn my speech into text. And so in that space that opens up, hopefully the words I'm saying are accurately transcribed and placed in that space. Then there's 2 other buttons. Don't worry about those. They're broken. I'll fix them at some point. And then there's a countdown timer, countdown when the next work session starts. And if you'd like to join the room to ask questions or chat, you can do that with the join the room button there. Cool. Now, let me show you what the work session looks like. This one. Cool. So in the upper right-hand corner, if you check out subscribe, it has a list of all the upcoming ciphers you can subscribe to get notified when we go live. Over on the left-hand side, we have an audio player. So if you want to listen to some tunes, what you're working on, you can do that there. Towards the center here, we have a to-do section where it says add a task. You enter in the task, hit enter or the plus button. It will then add it to the list. You can click the text to edit the task. If you want to delete it, click the X box, and then or the X button. And if you want to mark it complete, click the check box. Now then send it to the done section. So if you click the header done, it'll show you all the things you got completed. If you click the Twitter icon, it'll open up Twitter in a brand new tab or window, and it'll pre-populate a tweet with all the things you got completed with like a check mark next to them, ready for you to hit that send button. Over in the right column, we have a countdown timer at the top. Again, counting down to when the next break session happens. Again, that's like 15 minutes after the hour. View tutorials. So if you're looking for something to do and you have no clue really what you want to do, but you want to feel productive, and you heard that web development sounds pretty cool, but you don't know where to start, I have links to Free Code Camp and the Odin Project. And from what I've been told from people who've taken it and from what I've seen from the curriculum, I think if you complete those programs, you'll have a good understanding of what it takes to do web development. And then from there, make an educated decision on whether or not you want to spend more time and or money in pursuing it. So those are there. If you're already into web components, we'll talk about web components later. If you're already into web development and you're looking for like a quick project that you kind of want to like start and finish, and then maybe it will, get the creative juices flowing, and maybe you can extend that project or come up with something totally different, I have links to 3 tutorials on the Vonage developer platform. And I'm a JavaScript developer advocate at Vonage. So part of my responsibility is I look over tutorials. So one of the tutorials, you go through, follow it. You have an application with an input box and a button. You put in your home phone number in the input box, hit call, and your real world phone will ring. Then I have one that's the opposite, where you get a virtual number from Vonage, you rent one, you connect that to the application you create following that tutorial. And from your real world phone, you can call that virtual number and the application, you'll be able to answer the call and have a conversation back and forth. Then there's one where two users like log in to an application you create following the tutorial, and one can call the other through the browser and have a conversation back and forth. Pretty cool stuff, I think. All right, now, yes, sorry, totally blanked. All right, so those are there for you if you'd like to check them out. Hako will come back to show and tell sign up. If you want to come up here and talk about something you found interesting on the internet, feel free to do so. Show and tell sign up will walk you through that process. And that highlight section, don't worry about it. It's broken. It's related to the two buttons from before, and I'll get to it at some point. All right, Hako. Hako stands for Help a Coder/Creator Out. It's a thing I made that if you ever get stuck working on what you're working on, you're able to create a Hako, which is a room where you can invite people to join the room. And the hope is that together, collectively, you'll be able to come up with the solution or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. So if you were to click View Hako, it'll show you all the different Hakos that have been created. You can click the username, the creator's username, to open up Twitter or GitHub, depending on what they logged in with, to check out the profile to see whether or not they'd like to request to join the room. Then, over on the left-hand side, I have a filter by keyword list. So if there's a specific topic you may be looking for, you might be able to find it there. All right, now if you click create, you're presented with this form where you put in the title and 3 keywords. You click create, it generates a unique URL they can then copy or click to share to Twitter. When you join your Hako, it looks like this. We have the title at the top. Over on the right-hand side, you can leave with the leave button. You open the menu for some more options. We have a text chat here on the right. We'll come back to that. On the left side, we have a countdown timer, counting when the next break session happens. You can copy the URL again, and you can click to share to Twitter again. When someone clicks your link, they just don't automatically join your room. They actually request to join your room. So they'll show up under pending. You'll be able to click their username to open up Twitter or GitHub, again, depending on what they logged in with. So you can take a look at their profile to see whether or not you'd like to let that person into your room. So you can approve them or deny them. Now, if you do approve them and they turn out to be a terrible person, you can always ban them. Now, you as the owner of the Hako, only you can share your screen. Again, the point of the Hako is for you to be able to get help with the thing that you're working on. And I think by being able to show others what you're actually seeing, you can provide better context so for them to be able to get you the help or the feedback on the thing that you're working on. All right, now the way you communicate through the Hako, like I mentioned, there's a text chat here to the right. You put in your message here towards the bottom, hit send, and it will then add it to the list of messages. I also add the ability to enable audio chat. So anybody who has their audio chat enabled will be able to speak to and hear each other. Now, don't worry for the folks who don't have audio chat enabled, they'll still be able to follow along because what people are saying will be turned into text and put into the text chat. Then I have the opposite available where you enable text to speech. So if you're not looking at the text chat, you'll still be able to follow along because what people are typing in the text chat would be read out aloud by your browser. And yeah, I think that's pretty much everything. Again, you can check out all the different Hakos that have been created. All right, cool. So I've been watching a bunch of videos on, I'm getting into 3D printing in the new year. And so I know the 3D printer I want to get. And so I've been watching a bunch of videos on it. I like to do a bunch of research on it to kind of make sure it's going to do what I have in my mind that it can do. And yeah, but I think it can. They're having like a Black Friday sale. Black Friday, for like the whole month. So they're announcing this thing, which I think is going to be super cool. So I'm going to, they're supposed to announce it later this week. So I'm waiting. So I'm kind of putting together like all the different colors and the types of filament and materials that I want for the things I'm looking to print. And yeah, should be pretty dope. And they have like a sale on the filament too if you buy a bunch. So I'm trying to like be tactical with this. And then with the thing that they're going to be announcing, the new like material, that's going to be awesome. So I'm trying to think like of stuff I want to do with that. So a whole lot of like thinking about and planning in my future. So I do want to do some coding. I'm trying to figure out this issue with this project not saving properly to like to the back end. Either there, I'll figure that out. But I'm gonna get y'all back to work. Again, thanks for hanging out. I'm gonna send you off with some traveling music. This here is Anthony Cruz, aka A Butter. The track is called Thank You. Thanks for hanging out. I'll see you 15 minutes after the hour. Till then, I wish you much productivity and y'all be easy. Thanks again. Peace.
I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like hell. And everybody says hell. We spread love like hell. I wanna say thank you for holding on when a brother was down and out. Now I feel so strong, and I wanna say thank you for being there when a brother had nowhere to turn to. You were there, and I feel like